All right, here we're going to be writing linear equations from graphs. So we're going to write the slope-intercept form of the equation from each line. So for number one, we have to figure out what the slope and the y-intercept are. So you recall, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept, or the place where the line crosses the y-axis. Let's start with that. You'll notice here, going to -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. The y-intercept appears to be -5, and the slope is change in y, which is 1, over change in x. Slope appears to be 1. So we would write our equation as y equals 1x plus a -5, which we'll just write as -5. And you would normally just leave this 1 off. So I'm going to write it as y equals x minus 5. Circle our answer there. Okay. Next up, going next door, we have, notice this is a vertical line. And every point on this line has an x-coordinate of -1. So where this line is simply x equals -1. Every point that has an x-coordinate of -1. Here, this is going to be a y equals mx plus b. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Our y-intercept is 4. And our slope, let's see, if I follow this down, it looks like it passes through this point right here and this point right here. So our change in y is 1. Our change in x is 3. So it looks like our slope is 1 over 3. So we have y equals 1 over 3x plus 4. And we're all set. And our last one, notice this is a horizontal line, so it's going to be a y equals something. And it's all the points that have a y-coordinate of -2. So it's y equals -2. So again, the key to this is, if it's a perfectly vertical line, it's x equals something. You just have to look to the x-axis to see what it is. If it's a perfectly horizontal line, it's going to be a y equals and just some number. And you got to look for, where does that line cross the y-axis? If it's a diagonal line of some sort, then it's going to be y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. And you have to find first, where does the line cross the y-axis? That's your y-intercept. And second of all, what's the slope? So you have to find 2 points, 2 places where it crosses through lattice points, where you can read the coordinates and see that it's up 1, forward 3. So that's pretty good. And you write in what your slope is. And then it's just in this form. Drop the numbers in. All right, good luck with the rest of them.